It's day 106 of daily uploads from Too Long Didn't Scroll, the daily show for you to get your daily news fix quickly and with as little hassle as possible. Enjoy daily episodes detailing yesterday's important news events, so you do not have to hunt for that information yourself in your newsfeed. We have done all that work for you. All you need to do is listen. Strap in for the episode for May the 5th of 2023. We start off the events for this day in the country of Ukraine, specifically focusing on the region of Bakhmut, ever in the focus for the current state of the Russo-Ukrainian war. Fierce fighting for the Bakhmut region and in the central city has devastated the area, as Russian forces, mostly including soldiers from the private military company the Wagner Group, tried desperately to seize the region, and Ukrainian forces, which also staged a desperate defense, considering Bakhmut's importance as the catalyst for creating a major morale boost for either side. Russian forces eventually seized most of the region after intense fighting by the month of March, and Ukrainian forces were largely squeezed out of the region. Though as of this day, such may change as Russian forces dig into defensive positions across Ukraine over offensive ones.
To Russian forces in the east, saying his troops will retreat from the city on May 10th because they're not getting the ammunition they need. Prigozhin has been publicly feuding with Russia's defense ministry for months. Now his accused
Wagner Group has since announced that it will be vacating much of the region under the orders of leader Yevgeny Prigozhin, citing a lack of ammunition and the losses they have endured. The Wagner Group will be transferring control of its positions in Bakhmut to Russia's armed forces instead. As Russia's offensive in many areas of Ukraine breaks down, it has been noted that Prigozhin has expressed annoyance at its current situation, with reports emerging of his frequent complaints of lack of supplies from Russian forces, and his dismissal of Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu. In the African nation of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, a series of torrential downpours throughout the region of South Kivu have triggered the overflow of rivers in the region, causing mass flooding to strike the villages Mushushu and Yamabuki. The official death toll of this recent natural disaster has been placed at 176, though other estimates put around 227 people as having perished as a result of these floods, as schools, hospitals, and countless homes were simply swept away by water.
This is a historic moment.
It's therefore with great hope that I declare COVID-19 over as a global health emergency.
The COVID-19 pandemic started out as a minor outbreak of severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2 in the Chinese city of Wuhan, later labeled coronavirus disease 2019. The outbreak quickly grew out of control and spread into surrounding regions, and as the Chinese New Year rolled around next February, travelers spread the disease across the globe, initiating the COVID-19 pandemic as declared by the World Health Organization, or the WHO, on March the 11th of 2020. From that point on, not only in China, full lockdowns of cities were initiated worldwide on a scale not previously seen before in our lifetime, as millions of people fell victim to the virus. Restrictions began to loosen up by summer 2020, and the world population began to go largely maskless by the middle of 2022, though not before affecting an estimated 765 million people worldwide and killing over 7 million as of this day of recording. The pandemic has since made a significant mark on the globe, initiating one of the most significant recessions in recent history, disrupting global supply chains and being one of the catalysts for increases in inflation, but also reform in medical care. However, as of this day of recording, as countries worldwide begin losing the majority of the previous restrictions put in place, the WHO has taken it one step further by removing COVID-19's designation as a global health emergency entirely. While the pandemic itself still retains the pandemic label, the WHO has stated that the continuing downward trend in cases and deaths has put them in a safe spot to state that the world is now well on its way to returning to its previous way of life. In other news, the country of Bolivia has announced the introduction of a new quote-unquote gold law, aiming to boost their relations with gold mining and refining companies for international export amid a shortage of American dollars. One person and 22 others were injured in Ishikawa, Japan after magnitude 6.3 earthquake, and the military junta government in Myanmar has downgraded the death sentences of 38 prisoners down to life imprisonment as part of recent attempts to provide amnesty.